Welcome back to Two Chord Camp Songs for Ukulele. My name is Ryan Taylor, and today we will be tackling A Sailor Went to Sea. This is our very first song that we're going to be doing with the C and G7 chords. So let's review those really quick. Our C chord is third finger on the third fret of the first string. And then for our G7 chord, we just slide that finger down. This is down, remember, down to the second fret, and then we put our first finger on the first fret of the second string and our second finger on the second fret of the third string. And we have a nice little triangle shape there, and there's our G7 chord. Now if you just slide those back and forth, you'll notice my hand is kind of twisting a little bit when I go to the G7, twisting my wrist. And that makes the G7 fairly easy to get to. Now, if you try and keep your wrist straight like this, that makes it a lot more difficult. So when you're practicing this transition between the C and G7, just do that little bit of a wrist twist and get your fingers oriented in sort of a 45-degree angle as far as placement. You don't want them to be oriented straight across the strings. Okay? So, and then curl up into that G7 position. Okay, all right. So our first note on this song is going to be a C, which is the third fret on the first string. And our first chord is a C chord. All right, here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and... A sailor went to sea, to see what he could see. But all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. He hoped to see some fish, to make a tasty dish. But all that he could catch was a little bit of sand that he could snatch. He sailed into the blue without a bit of crew. But all that he could do was to drift away to Timbuktu. All right, so there we go. A sailor went to sea. As far as our right hand technique, you may have noticed me doing this 3, 12, 4, 12, 3, 12, 4, 12. Now the 12 stands for fingers 1 and 2 plucking strings 1 and 2 at the same time. So I could say 3, 1 and 2, 4, 1 and 2, but 3, 12 is a lot easier to say, right? So 3, 12, 4, 12, 3, 12, 4, 12. And this is kind of could be used for a march, or it could be used for sort of something that sounds a little bit antiquated folk-wise, right? So 3, 12, 4, 12. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Right? Okay. So it has that kind of march quality to it. So 3, 12, 4, 12. Now you notice that I've moved my fingers. Now I've said that strumming should happen where the neck meets the body, right here. Okay. But to get a better hold on the strings, and it sounds just as good, at least on my ukulele, I get below the fretboard here, as close to it as I possibly can, though, and then I do my finger picking there. Now in the last verse, I switched to a ragtime strum pattern, and just to review what that is, it's down, thumb, up, down, thumb, up, down, thumb, up, down, thumb, up, down, up. Of course, it's going a lot faster than that. A sailor went to sea. So this is really going in 16th notes, since we're in 2/4 here, and we're squeezing that into just one bar, right? So a sailor went to sea. actually, he sailed into the blue, blue, blue without a bit of crew, crew, crew. Right? So you got that down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up, down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up, down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up, down, thumb. Now you notice my thumbs is not really going all the way through. I'm not going down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, thumb up. I'm not going down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up. I'm barely touching the strings with my thumb. Okay, I'm just kind of going down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up, down, thumb up, down, thumb up, down, up. Right? So I'm not trying to get all the way across the strings when I do my thumb on this fast strum. Right? I could. Honestly, that doesn't quite sound right though. So I'm just barely touching the fourth and the third string, maybe, okay? Right? Okay. And so that is the ragtime strum pattern for that. So hope you enjoy that. That is A Sailor Went to Sea. Next time we are going to be tackling Alice the Camel. This is kind of a fun one. Because you can do some things percussion-wise on your ukulele with this one. So I would love to show that to you. So hopefully we'll see you next time. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Keep practicing, Yukon, all that business. See you next time.